Everyone, and welcome to my thank card. It's Franny. Today we'll be making a happy birthday card. We're going to be using lots of new Stampin' Up products. This one here is the Textured Impressions Embossing Folders Delicate Designs. I'm going to be using this pretty little lace border, and it also has a coordinating die. It's called the Edgelets Large Scallop die. So I'll be using this die as well, because it fits perfectly on that big large scallop. The stamp sets I'll be using, I haven't done this card yet, so I'm kind of winging it, is using the Papillon Potporri and the coordinating punch. And I'm also thinking of using some framelits, the Apothecary Accents ones. Alright, so let's get started. So the colour combination I'm thinking I'm using for my card is White, Elegant Eggplant and Wisteria Wonder. So grabbing my Elegant Eggplant ink and my Papillon Potporri butterfly stamp, I'm going to stamp this one twice, then the smaller one I'm going to stamp it 3 times. I don't think I'm going to need it 3 times, but I want to have 3 handy just in case. So I'm going to squeeze the Wisteria Wonder ink pad to create a little pool of ink towards on the inside the lid, and I'm grabbing my aqua painter and just picking up some ink and just making the butterfly not so strong in the white. So I'm going to do it on all the butterflies. I want the colour strongest in the middle and then flicking it out, taking the lightest to the wings of the butterfly. Okay, because it's not watercolour paper, you have to be a little bit light-handed with this. It is just Whisper White cardstock, so don't try and overdo the aqua painting. So this punch coordinates perfectly right to the edges of this butterfly. It's just fantastic. So I'm going to have 2 of those handy, and these ones I'm going to have to paper snip. So here's my butterflies all cut. Now these little ones I tried to cut as close to the rim as possible, leaving little white as possible on the wings. And okay, so I've got a Wisteria Wonder cardstock. Now I have just cut it in half, an A4 cardstock. Cut it in half, fold it in half. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim a strip here, and that's where I'm actually going to use this embossing folder. Okay, so it looks like I've cut a lot off, which is only 1 1/4 inch. I'm going to use the actual Naturals White cardstock, which is brand new to Stampin' Up. I'm going to have a border, and I'm going to emboss a little. Okay, so when running this through the Big Shot, I'm going to line it up about a 1/4 on top and a 1/4 below. So I've cut this at 1 3/4, this cardstock thick, and I'm going to make sure that's adhered down. Now why I want the space up the top and the bottom is I'm also going to run it through, actually quick tip, cut first then emboss. So I'll run this through the Big Shot and then the folder, otherwise you just squash the impression that you've put through the embossing. It's such a nice big scallop. So what we'll do is I'll run that through. I'm going to make sure it's right towards the edge, the embossing folder, like that. Okay, and then run that through the Big Shot. Now this is what it looks like. I know because it's a bit light in here that you can't really see that, but the texture is absolutely divine. Okay, so I'm going to run my snail along the top bit here, just making sure I've got like that, and I'm going to match the bottom and then hopefully lift it up just a little bit and get that Isn't that pretty? Okay, so using the Framelits Apothecary Accents, I'm going to still continue using the theme of this Naturals White. I'm going to use this framelit and run that through the Big Shot. So I'm going to also cut out another framelit die using the Wisteria Wonder cardstock. Same die set, just different die. Another new product is Stampin' Up have brought out a large foam pad and some stencils that you can actually do some dots, paper piercing through that coordinate with our beautiful dies. There's a whole heap available through Stampin' Up. There's some in the mini catalogue at the moment too that matches their current stamp. So it's a beautiful opportunity to try and get this and create another element to the card. So I'll go ahead and line this up. So I'll use this one first, the larger accent. And once you've lined it up, you pretty much just hold it into place and you just then follow the dots. Okay, so here's the two pieces, all paper pierced around the edges. Just taking my foam mat away. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to put a sentiment on this inner part of the die cut and using my butterflies to work around it. Not too sure how, but still figuring it. So the sentiment I'm going to put in there. Right, so using another new stamp set from the catalogue. I haven't even mounted this, as you can see. So quick lesson on mounting a wood mount stamp set. Now make sure I have got it in the right way up. So it says happy birthday. Taking the sticky protective backing and then grabbing the label for it, making sure I've got it the right way up. And this is a beautiful happy birthday sentiment. I love the flourish in this particular sentiment. Alright, so grabbing the smaller die cut, the elegant eggplant again. Now what I'll do is I'll use a scratch piece of paper underneath. It's my, hang on. Have them handy and ready to go. Alright, so inking it up, this beautiful fine detailed stamp sentiment. Just stamping it down. Oh, I'm not happy with that. Oh, no, I think I could get away with that because what I could do is I could put a butterfly on that. Alright, let's do that. Okay, that was easy fixed. It's harder with wood stamps, I find, getting it directly right. So it's good to use like a Stamp-A-Majig, but most of the time I wing it, but this one didn't work for me. Alright, now I'm placing this card together. I'm going to use foam dimensionals to add this to the Naturals Ivory, making sure that's center. Okay, now to adhere these down, the butterflies, I'm going to use glue dots. They're my favourite. There's a bubby one on this side. Okay. And I think, well, I'm not too sure. I don't know if that could be enough. If I could, should I overdo it? Do you know, like, I think these butterflies are quite pretty. No, I think that won't do. Another big one, but I wouldn't mind having one just along there, I reckon, so 3. And then what I'll do is I'd adhere this down with foam dimensional again. Have that there. and glue dot this little butterfly just around there, I think. Alright, so new to the Stampin' Up catalogue is this Dazzling Details, and I'm going to, it's basically glitter glue, but they've used the Dazzling Diamonds glitter into a glue format. So I'm going to use this around the butterflies. Just there, and as it dries like 3D, like your Crystal Effects would. It's just not as high gloss as the Crystal Effects, but at the same time it gives a beautiful glitter effect. So I'll take a photo of that so you can see a close-up, but I hope you like my thank card. It's Friday, and don't forget to leave a comment or even visit my Facebook page. Alright, see you later.